left Broome and on the road to Fitzroy Crossing. So that's about 4 hours away. So that's day 1.
Florence.
Florence
the flamingo.
So we also have a little trip mascot, which is our flamingo, and we've just named him Florence.
We also have
a rubber ducky from Heather's mum.
Yeah, I don't think we named him.
I think it was just rubber ducky.
Yeah, that's what Mom named him.
Yeah. So we've got our 2 mascots. Birds.
They are birds.
They are birds. Love it. Seriously balancing this phone against the dashboard. But I'm just editing the video right now, and I realized, super confusing, but we have a bit of an inside joke about birds. So we have a friend, Josh. So hi, Josh.
Harriet.
If you're watching this, and they did a trip up with us just before we went on this loop around Australia, and he started pointing out, you know, if it was a cow, he would say not a bird, and so yeah, now if it is a bird, we say bird, and if it's another animal, we say not a bird. So
not a bird. Should I do the other side too?
Yeah, you can, but this is the underneath. This is on the inside.
Yeah, which matters.
Which is where dirt and dust and everything sits.
Yeah.
So all we're going to try and do is, I'm looking at your tank, and these areas here are hitting your tank.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and panel beat them down a bit before we do it.
See, I knew you were a panel beater.
He's not.
You're everything. See, you do so many things more.
So the week before we left for the road trip, we had one of Heather's friends, who's a mechanic, actually get under the vehicle, and he spotted a couple of things that weren't looking too great, especially on the chassis, which is structural. So he suggested that before we go on this trip, that we should have a welder look at the car and just see what they could do to maybe fix it up. And so one of our good friends, Pastor Warren, who is a pastor at a church in Fitzroy Crossing, he actually was a welder before he went into ministry. So he has this whole workshop on the site of the church, and yeah, it's just been such a blessing to us. He has offered so many insights and just practical help to our vehicles this past year especially. And so when we spoke with him about what was going on, he was super willing to give us a hand.
There too. Woohoo! Yee to the heart. Yee to the heart, to the heart, to the ear.
That could be our motto. So day 2, we drove from Fitzroy to Kununurra. Our original plan before all of the car things happened were to actually drive a bit further than Kununurra, but because we left later in that day, we ended up only being able to go to Kununurra, which worked out super well. And our good friends who we actually partner with and their church, they offered to invite us into their home, and they fed us, and we had an incredible place to stay. So it was really God's hand of protection, and such a blessing that we didn't have to camp in the heat either. And yeah, we were just really grateful. It was a lovely time to be able to catch up with people that we do ministry with during our dry season, and it was a really sweet time to end this season of the year in the Kimberley. So now we're off to the Northern Territory, so you see us here at the border crossing, and I will let the rest of the video roll. There it is. Woo! Okay, let's slap it on the sign.
Hopefully this doesn't count as vandalism.
Hopefully not. I feel like there's definitely other people who've done it.
Yeah, but this is our company name on it.
Yeah. That's okay. We'll jump back in the car. Bye. First chips of the road trip.
Chippy chips.
So we didn't actually take a whole lot of footage while being in Darwin itself, as lots of our time was spent either relationally with the base director Jen or dedicated to getting car things sorted. So just as a bit of an overview, we really loved just spending time chatting with Jen, hearing the history of the base, as well as just the journey that they have been on over the years, and just getting to hear the stirring of the new vision for the future that Jen has felt the Lord speaking. And I feel like because our bases are both located in the top end, we also face very similar challenges. So we found it really encouraging just getting to press into intercession and a place of prayer for our regions as well as each other's bases, and also for the wider Australia, and really desiring to see this revival that we feel like we're on the precipice of. And so, we think that this time just really stirred greater faith of, really seeing how when you stick things out for the long run, as missionaries, we can see over longer spans of time how God weaves together experiences in a way that gives greater clarity of the wider narrative that He's creating. So, it was a really special time, and just really grateful to have got to connect with Jen in that way, and to also see the base with our own eyes, and hear about the things that she spoke about. It was also just a really helpful time for us in general to get more car things sorted before heading across the country to the East Coast. So we just really wanted to make sure that our car was in better shape, and the suggestions that Pastor Warren gave us when we were in Fitzroy, just getting to do those things on the car. So it was a really great time of getting things done and just relationally connecting. Also, side note, but I'm not sure if we've mentioned this, but the car's name is Rufus. So if you hear us using the name Rufus, you now have the context. Okay, I will now leave you to watching me cut up an apple. So packing this morning. We had a miracle and the plug is now working again. So the context for this is it was super early in the morning and tired brains accidentally knocked the plug that we use to keep our car fridge running. And so we were praying, and praise the Lord, we were able to reconnect it. So it meant that it didn't delay our start time, and we were able to keep the morning rolling and keep packing up the car as we would have otherwise. And it meant that we left at a really great time. Praise the Lord. And in classic YWAM Broome style, we left at first light. And so this is us saying goodbye to YWAM Darwin and starting our journey, 3-day journey from YWAM Darwin to YWAM Townsville. Our second lot of chips.
Hot chips.
And they're really good.
Yeah, they're freshly made, crunchy, and it looks like they even have flake salt on it.
Yum.
Yum.
High quality.
Ooh, a double.
Oh. What do we want to rate this out of 10? That was a double one as well.
I mean, they're very hot, which shows my impatience. Probably, I'd say like a 7 or an 8.
Oh.
Yeah, the other ones weren't as crispy, but they had more flavor. Mm-hmm. So that would also get a 7 or an 8. Same ratings, but for different reasons.
Yeah, these are really good. I think the salt quality is high. I'd give it an 8 or an 8.5. Yeah, it's good.
What would you rate the first one?
I think they weren't as crispy, and the salt wasn't as good of a quality, but they're a good kind of dirty chip, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because they had another seasoning on it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I would give that like maybe a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So that's our chip update.
Look at that one.
Ooh, yum.
Whew.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. So this is the fun rain that we faced on day 1 of our drive from Darwin to Townsville. Our initial plan for the 2 nights were actually to camp at a couple of rest stops that I had pre-selected, but obviously this rain meant that it wasn't the best idea to camp. So we ended up coming across a little roadhouse that had a motel, and we ended up having an amazing sleep there overnight. And yeah, it was great. It just really refreshed us and refueled us for the next day of driving. You'll also see some fun thunder, a bit of a tongue twister there. Yeah, so definitely weren't gonna camp. But this is our little rest stop, and as soon as we parked it and unpacked, it just was beautiful and sunny, and then it did rain later. But we got to have a little walk and get to walk up to this memorial that had this beautiful cross. Wow, it's really cool. Do a little close up. Oh, it's so pretty.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Fly! Not inside.
Onto our car.
Yeah. We'll take Queensland.
And where we're staying for tonight. We have a progression that's going to go across here of all the places, but it's looking really cool so far.
Welcome to Queensland.
We are at our second border crossing.
Oh, I don't know how we're gonna get the sticker up there.
I will jump
Yeah, there's a bit over there.
and see the 110 sign as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. And another road train to pass.
Yeah, I passed them already.
That sucks.
We got a little step ladder. How good's your vertical jump? I feel like this is higher than the Northern Territory
Oh,
one.
by a long shot. Shimmy up the pole.
Yeah.